good job, man. Don't you like an Amish dude on Rumspringa? Just go back, Bill. Just go back. Shit might not be working out for you. Man, who's next? I forgot. I'm just playing. I know who's next. I know he's hard to miss. He's kind of new to this stuff too. He's doing pretty well. Good up for Big Nick. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, excited out here. Recently became a parent about 9 months ago. Clap it up for that. I got a little boy at home. He just turned 10 months. The other day he got really sick, unfortunately, and he started throwing everything up. I felt really bad for him. And he couldn't hold anything down. And I feel like before I had a child, my dad should have sat me down and told me some things. I feel like you need a few achievements and before you can call yourself a parent. For instance, be like, achievement. Hallucinations due to lack of sleep. That happens. That's like, the very first thing you do as a parent is like you don't sleep. Or you can do the second one, like achievement. Catching human piss in your bare hands. If you have a boy, I'm sure you've probably done that. I see Spencer's dad thinking over there. That probably happened. But my favorite one, the most recent, is achievement. Using a suppository. Not on me. I've never done that. I really didn't know much about him until I became a parent. So as I said, my son was really sick and he couldn't keep anything down, so I didn't know what to do. My wife, we started freaking out, so I went and I called the doctor. I said, listen, you can't keep anything down. I don't know how to help my kid. I feel so bad for him. She was like, you gotta go to the store and buy a suppository. I was like, does that mean it goes in his butt? It does. So I decided to go on over to Walgreens. I'm heading over there. I'm trying to think on my angle because I've never looked at for a suppository before. I get there. I honestly start looking around. I get super nervous. It's like, the first time you buy condoms, it's like you didn't really know where to go, but you kind of went around the aisle where it was at until someone maybe helped you. This lady stopped me. She was like, excuse me, sir, do you need help? I was like, yeah, I know. I need medicine for my kids. She's like, excuse me, sir? I know. She's like, sir, these are very wildly inappropriate gestures. Let's not do this. Like, no, you don't understand. Like, I need medicine for my kid's butthole. It goes in my kid's butthole. She was like, oh, right over here. I was like, fuck, okay. Go and I buy it. I'm on my way home. Again, now I'm thinking, how do I do this? I got to use a suppository on my kid. So I get home, and after I'm there, I look at my wife, and she's like, no, you're doing this. And I was like, so now I'm thinking, my hands are huge, this is weird. I think back what the doctor told me. The doctor was like, make sure it's well lubed up. I'm like, all right, I can do this, that's nothing. So, grab the package, rip open the suppository. It looks like a little anus missile. It's like pointing on one end and it's like cut on the other. I was like, man, this is my first time. It's all waxy. It's kind of slippery when you first get it. So then I covered it in Vaseline. I put way too much Vaseline on it. I try to grip it with 2 fingers. It fucking shoots into the air. It bounces off my cheek. I catch it in the crook of my fucking elbow. And then I finally get a hold of this thing. It looks like Peter North came on my face. The Vaseline snail trail on my face now. And I'm trying to look serious while I put this in my son's butthole. So I grab his little legs, put his legs up. I'm like, all right, this is it. So I go to put it in. I'm fucking, the first thing, there's 2 things that surprise me. First, 3 things that surprise me. First, the fact that when I put it in there, it sucked in his butt somehow. I don't know how that happened. And as that happened, I go to pull my finger out, and all I hear is, The third thing I was worried about is I looked down and I saw his face. I said, oh, that's it, I did it. Babe, I'm talking to my wife, babe, I did it. I did, this has to be it. She's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? I was like, I hope my kid doesn't like this. I don't want to be the one that turns him gay. So after that, that's accomplished. I started thinking to myself, I'm like, I hope that's not the reason why. First knuckle deep in my kid's butthole, and he seems to maybe like it. You don't know. Just this is the first time parent, Recently, I never thought that the first time I put it in someone's butt would have to be with a 9-month-old in my finger. My guidance counselors might have thought that, but not me. So I recently moved in with my mother-in-law. I got laid off from work, and if that wasn't bad enough, Jesus said, fuck you, go live with Lucifer. One of the first times I'm coming to my own apartment, I live with my wife and my son, and I just like leaving my boxers all the time. I'm sure a lot of guys here, I don't like putting on clothes that much. So, it's tough to get used to things when you move into a new place because, my mother-in-law has her own set of customs and what she does. Now, I'm looking for mine. So, I'm sleeping one night, and of course, I'm laid off. My wife has work in the morning, so I'm the one that has to get up with the baby. I hear the baby crying. I'm like, shit. I gotta get up. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I walk out. I'm walking to the baby, and at the same time, I guess my mother-in-law decided that she wanted to walk out as well. So we stopped dead in the hallway. Her bedroom was right across from my son's room. I walked down. First of all, I looked at her. She looked at me. We locked eyes at first. My eyes traveled down. She ain't wearing no bra. Her eyes traveled down. I got a raging boner. And then her eyes got even wider. And I realized the reason why I was so airy down there is because my boner popped through my pajama pants. What a great breakfast conversation. All right, thank you guys. I'm Nick Mack.